a fragmented world in search of spirituality, freedom, and pluralism in the light of the Church's social doctrine. This was the title of the international conference Centesimus Annus pro Pontifice, held on May 29th and 30th in Vatican City. In a context increasingly marked by divisions, conflicts, and unprecedented technological transformations, the conference focused on a fundamental question: what role can spirituality play in building the common good? From peace in Europe to the challenges facing Africa, from interreligious dialogue in the Mediterranean to the impact of artificial intelligence on human freedom, the discussions addressed some of the most pressing issues of our time, with the aim of identifying new paths toward integral human development, capable of combining innovation, social justice, and spiritual values. Opening the conference was the president of the Centesimus Annus Foundation, Paolo Garonna, who outlined its meaning and objectives. Let us listen to him.
It was a very dense program, and we managed to do all what we had planned to do. We covered a lot of topics and we went in depth, and we had a lot of participants. The quality of participants was very high. We covered all continents. They came from all continents. A lot of new members, young people, women. So I think we are reaching out really in terms of balance.
But I think that with the teachings that we have from the Catholic Church and from the inspirations of the popes that we've had recently also, I think encounter is a key word. So much polarization now occurs where people are separated from each other, that there'll be online postings, there'll be factions that are created online, and being depersonalized like that, without the encounter, it's very easy to fall into that trap of labeling somebody, calling somebody a name. Whereas if you have direct encounter, if you actually, like we're right now, we're having a direct encounter into community. And having that community, again, brings us into encounter, and I think that this is a way that we can, hopefully, God willing, be able to overcome the divisions and realize that we really are brothers and sisters and respect that dignity.
I think the value that the Foundation brings is reflecting from the Catholic social thinking on human values and how we can approach the questions of today, the economic questions of today, the socio-economic questions of today. And one example is, of course, the challenges that artificial intelligence is bringing. We've been thinking about these things earlier today, and we're reflecting on how applying these kind of new technologies and in our societies, how we can do that while making sure it serves humans and respects also the human values that we want it to be of service to everyone and not just a few.
También en nuestra región. Y tal vez la idea que ha prevalecido es justamente reconocer que el neopopulismo es una enfermedad transversal a las derechas y a las izquierdas. Es decir, todas las ideologías, todas las opciones que existen en el menú político latinoamericano hoy tienen la fuerte tentación de crear soluciones neopopulistas que usan al pueblo en lugar de servirlo. Y hemos estado discutiendo justamente diversos aspectos sobre cómo, por ejemplo, los neopopulistas a veces utilizan lenguaje religioso, a veces presentan líderes mesiánicos, a veces surgen por hartazgo e indignación de las sociedades, y cómo la Iglesia, a la luz de la doctrina social de la Iglesia, trata de responder a estos desafíos. En cierto sentido, la doctrina social de la Iglesia nos ofrece un método, es decir, descubrir o redescubrir que los cambios que realmente afectan la estructura profunda del mundo se cultivan al interior de las personas.
The social doctrine of the Church is very important in the life of a union. I was a general secretary of an organization which had members in 160 different countries. And when you look at the social doctrine of the Church, which talks about the need for people to join a union, to work for the common good, to work for social justice, to have this sense, you call it subsidiarity, which is something which is not very well understood, but what it means is to devolve decisions into workplaces or to industries and to sectors. This is a great spiritual support, because you need to believe in what you're doing. You need to have a sense of a commitment to how you want to change the world. How do you want to change people's lives? So the social doctrine of the church is important. In terms of spirituality as a leader, there are many dimensions to this. It's the need to be compassionate. It's the need to be ethical. It's the need to think of your neighbor. It's the ability to work for the common good. The lessons from the church. What does the church say? That the worker is more important than capital. And there's no objection from the church in terms of entrepreneurship, in terms of a business leader. But don't put financial considerations, profit considerations above the welfare of people. And this is being forgotten. We work very hard for corporate social responsibility, to have a broader social purpose and so forth, but this is becoming increasingly difficult. And what I tried to get the message across this morning is that when you look at who has their hands on the levers of power in this new AI world, we're talking about a handful of companies and a handful of people. And the ideology that they have, the belief systems that they have, seem to be a million miles away from the social doctrine of the church. They talk about the common good because you have more connectivity, which we realize it. But their belief, the ideology that runs it is more in the hands of Hayek and the Mont Pelerin Society than it is in Magnifica Humanitas.
And this is a very important and real focus for the church and also for people. And so we would like to find more funding so that we can help His Holiness to promote his word even more.
In the end, I think it was also an emotional and spiritual recharge, because we feel that we have now, in spite of the fact that we are tired, we have much more energy than when we started.
The conference concluded with one of the most significant moments of the entire program, a private audience with His Holiness Pope Leo XIV, who welcomed the participants to the Vatican. The meeting echoed the key themes of his recent encyclical, Magnifica Humanitas, dedicated to safeguarding the human person in an age of profound technological transformation and artificial intelligence. The document calls for placing human dignity, the common good, solidarity, and ethical responsibility at the center of public life, ensuring that progress always remains at the service of the person. A message that resonated deeply with the reflections and discussions developed throughout the Centesimus 2026 International Conference.